My part is essential to God's plan to salvation. This is lesson 100. We must remember that we are not separate. We see ourselves as separate bodies, as separate minds, as separate souls, as separate identities. But we are all one and the same. We are all part of God. So we must not lose touch with this idea here today. We are on a search for perfect happiness today. That is what God wills for us. That makes me feel a little apprehensive, a little guilty to feel perfect happiness. But it is our right, and we must recognize this. We are meant to be happy. That is what God wants. We're here to let all our sorrows go. I will not be sad today, because if I go around being sad, then other minds will pick up on this and they will be sad too. I must radiate perfect happiness so other minds can come and find that happiness within mine, because we are all one mind. So I must be an example to others. That is why my part is essential to God's plan for salvation. Because salvation is an undoing of what never was. So we must remember this so everyone else remembers this. None but the strongest minds will resist the tendency to absorb the surrounding environment. We must be strong. We have to resist this urge to not fall for these tricks that the ego plays. And we must do this to save the world. Look what your thoughts drug in. Remember, your thoughts are bringing you what you want, so try to be positive and think, I have money, I have abundance, I have love, I am healthy. Those are the things that you need to do, and you must remember not to go around talking to other people about your problems, because that just creates more problems. And also to remember the fact of wanting more money only brings you the feeling of wanting. So I have money, I am rich. Everything is going to turn out, even if you don't realize that the universe does have our back here in this world, and we are trained, remember, to experience unhappy emotions. That's what we were taught. That's what the ego does. And we blame these feelings that we have on other people or events that happen, and then we like to cry and moan about the unfairness of it all, when it's simple. The answer is that we could just change our mind, the thoughts within our mind, and then the circumstances and events in our life will automatically change. It feels like magic all of a sudden if something doesn't work, and then you just say, well, I'm not going to deal with this, and you're going to work, and then the next day something works. Well, we just say, oh, it must have just rebooted itself. It's actually our mind actually changing the thoughts. So let's try to forgive today what we have made, all these errors, all these mistakes, and we will find that we will be saved here today. So my part is essential to God's plan to salvation.